Hello and welcome, new and returning, to Saviours RPG for our weekly Dungeons & Dragons stream. We are happy that you join us today for our new short-form segment that we have aptly decided to call Side Quest. These will roughly span 2 to 3 sessions in between our regular, longer story arcs, mainly to give us time to work on those, and also to further help build upon our homebrew world, Beatha Rioban, or as it's more commonly known as, the Ribbon. It's our own homebrew world, which we try and build and have fun with. But today, as you can see, we are missing some of our regular cast, including our amazing GM Squid. But I'm sure that he is around here somewhere, probably showing up soon in the chat, just to make sure that everything is fun and neat, at least. Also, we are missing my fellow player, Dombro. But don't worry, he's still here in spirit, I assume, making sure that the machine spirits do not abandon us, and if they do, probably lure them back. Instead, the role of GM will be taken by myself, and I am Emiros. As always, I'm joined by my fellow boys, Terror and Jabber. Say hello, lads.
Hello, lads.
Hello, lads.
Wonderful. And this new handsome face that joined us today is a friend of the stream. Please give it up for Shaka Panda.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing today?
It's good to hang with you guys. Thank you for letting my shenanigans join in the D&D Awesome. I'm so ready to roll some die. Well, virtual die.
And we will get on with that soon enough. Now, before the players are allowed to introduce their characters and tell us a little bit more about them, I will give you a short rundown of the story and what's about to happen. This campaign takes place on the most duskward side, western part of Croy, on the Sea of Lyceria. It is a place of Caribbean atmosphere, filled with tiny islands, exotic animals, sunken treasures, and of course pirates. That's where we come in. But also sightings of strange beasts and unnatural phenomena have been experienced by the people traveling here. Islands appearing out of nowhere, strange songs heard from the depths, and this is where you guys have chosen to take part in your adventure. Having sought to join one of the bigger pirate companies operating here, the Ocean's Blunder, led by an orc named Rauvecht, fierce captain of the Bleak Reclaimer and ruler of Blunder Bay. You are now being summoned for your final test. Pass, and there is a place for you in the company. Fail, and well, there are other candidates. So, now begins the Ballad of the Scuffed Gerdy. You arrived last night by ship, during the darkest hours of the night, torches lighting up the bay that rests underneath an overarching cliff. From afar, this could seem like any other big port town, but when you got close to the shore, it was anything but. When being led to your quarters through the town, it was a bustling, ramshack town filled with commotion. Even at the late hour that you arrived in, feasts going on, knuckle fights, songs, dancing, any noise that could be imagined was present. One could almost think it was some kind of festival going on here. But apparently, it seems to be just any other night in Blunder Bay. Some of you might have been tempted to join, and invitational slurring from the participants coming to you was quickly shut down by the ones escorting you. You were led to 3 small sheds, made from what you could just assume was driftwood, windowless, drafty things. In any other climate, this could have been quite uncomfortable, but here it was rather welcoming. Soft breezes to help keep down the heat. Now, it is early morning, and some man comes knocking at your doors. Hey, wake up. He goes around, attempts to wake all of you up.
Keep your hair on. I'm going out. He puts on his boots. Spits in his hands. rents them, goes into the hair. There we go, on with the hat, and he goes out.
I'm already awake and have been awake, doing calisthenics. Gotta stay strong, you know.
Hmm,
I'm
Seems-
awake.
that's a strange voice.
I'm awake.
And as you see, he does not open the door, but he peeks through the springs in the wood that your shed is made of, trying to make out what kind of noise that was.
Don't look at me. I haven't put my face on yet.
No time for that. The captain wants to see you. You got 3 minutes. I'll wait out here for all of you. So I assume that all of you get ready.
Yeah, my person falls out of their bed, dragging the cloth sheet with them, clawing their way to the door, and then like opens it, slides, rolls out of the door. It just crawls along the ground towards the captain's quarters.
As soon as you come out of that door, he quickly holds his hand on his cutlass, and just to see if he can get any reaction.
Haven't seen a goblin?
Oh, you
I work
No.
like the rest of them. I'm a hardworking member of
Yeah.
society, and you need to respect that.
Yeah, sure, just never seen one of you here before.
Well, yeah, because I'm me.
Obviously. Shaka, you're muted.
Are you not hearing me?
Now I am.
Wow. It's
Oh, interesting. Okay. Apparently, the window I have open, or that I'm focused on, affects that. I will make sure to not click on.
Oh, I see.
Shit. All right. My character stands up and slings his trusty trident and warhammer over his shoulder and walks on outside, muscles glistening from calisthenic work in the morning.
Proper recruit. This way. And if you guys watch Roll20 now,
Oh.
Ooh,
I believe it worked. So,
that's
As
gorgeous. Wow.
most of these, all of these pictures that I'm gonna use are just for feel. This is not actually how it looks like, but more of to get the imagination going. So,
the feel.
yes.
Gotcha.
But he nods, looks at all of you this way. And as you walk through the town, you almost cannot recognize it. Even though there are some strugglers left from last night, most people have gotten to work. And what you could have imagined it being during the day, it actually just seems like any other city. People are opening up shops, getting things going, people working down the docks. But of course, the smell of puke and piss is still lingering in the air. But as you can see on the photo, he will lead you up to a similar tower lookout point with a huge cross on the door. Enter. He is waiting for you.
Trichin, my character, sort of jams open the door and slams it open. Right.
Hello and welcome. The new recruits. Let me have a look at you. And what you are faced with is a huge black orc sitting upon a makeshift throne of sorts.
Nice. Nice.
Cutlasses, rapiers, axes, everything is hacked into this chair. But still, Royal Silken seems to be covering all the necessary parts, making it a very strange scene to behold. But he has a huge grin on his face, looking at you, taking in what he can see. Yes or no. It's all left to be seen. And he stops at you, the goblin one. Doesn't say anything, just gives you a huge smile.
What you grinning at?
Nothing in particular.
You mean mugging me?
Don't start a fight with the guy who's going to employ us, you
Oh, we'll
weak
see
little
about that.
greenskin.
Yes. Yes, this will do. You three are looking to be quite worthy candidates, and I actually want to give you all an opportunity to join us.
Excellent. That's why I'm here.
Very well, that's good. And he is still a bit focused on the goblin. I'm sorry, I just haven't seen many of your kind in these waters. I assume
Yeah,
not.
'cause you kill him.
Yes. This is interesting to me.
Found
But
out
also-
they don't kill you if you wear pants.
But also a happy surprise. Either way, I have a task for you. And I will, if you succeed, there will be a place for you on my crew. And I think this one should do. And he rolls his hands over some papers lying just to the side of the throne on a small table. He hands it to one of the guys that comes out from the shadows behind him. Present this to the captain. And Terror, would you please do us the honors of introducing your character?
Right, I play Tritrian Applegold, commonly called Tyr. He's a halfling, so he stands about 3 apples high, or something like that. Okay, not that short, but he's a halfling, so, he's about half of a human size. He's wearing an old, dusty coat and a tricorner hat that seems like it's got strange holes into it. He carries a saber and a dagger. He's got a pair of ornate, well-made black gloves, and he has a sort of stern, serious expression with the thick sideburns, bushy eyebrows, and a big, thick, meaty nose that's seen a couple of scars into it. He holds up his hand expectantly.
And what you're given is a map, and with an island marked on it. I want you to deliver something from me to this place. It's the area that I want you to go to is known as the Velvet Strand, and there's a woman there waiting for you called Sarkia. She will be the one who will judge if you have passed or not. And he points over to a chest standing in the corner. This is the object that I want you to deliver. You're not allowed to open it, and if you should be dumb enough to do so, well, I not sure if he ponders a bit. If anybody wants, you can roll an Arcana check if you feel that magic is something that you might know something of.
Looks like a nice chest, huh?
Well, it is magically sealed. If you were to open it without the proper measurements being done beforehand, it will blow up in your face and sink your vessel.
Great.
Oh, and you will be provided with a ship,
Oh, sweet.
of course.
That makes it easier to get to an island, yeah.
I didn't want to swim.
No, not even I would be that cruel to put that on you. Kala, come over here. And he comes out holding 2 cannonballs. Well, as you are recruits and tryouts, you will be given enough of supplies and ammunition for what's to come, but nothing more. So these 2 are for you. Which one of you is manning the cannon? And he is looking around the room.
I think that's me.
He gets a bit shocked, but nods.
Yeah.
And the cannonballs are handed over to you.
Oh shit, these
Sir.
are heavy.
I guess the balls belong to
Oh
you.
god. Hey, big guy. Can you carry one of these?
Oh, I'll hold one for you, my short friend.
Thank you. Oh.
So, Jabber, would you please introduce your cannoneer,
Yes.
or the cannon expert?
Canon expert. Expert's a strong word. This is Joe. He's a goblin. His actual name is in Goblin, but people won't respect him if he goes by that. So he created the name Joe. He found out that if a goblin is wearing clothes, they're less likely to get murdered instantly. And he's been just going on that since arriving in town. Kind of do freelance dock work. This is his big break. This is his chance to make a name for himself and all goblin kind. But he also hates other goblins, so he really doesn't want to do too good, because then they'll take his jobs.
Wonderful. Well, and well, as it is quite early, you probably haven't eaten. But on the ship, there are provisions and a small kitchen. And I assume one of you is capable of cooking something at least. So, would the chef please introduce his character?
I think you're all
That'll certainly be me. I'm happy to provide you with delicious food the whole journey.
And
That's you?
wonderful.
Absolutely. I'll be cooking all kinds of things. And if you get in my way, I might cook you. I've always been curious what goblin tastes like.
Not good. I've tried it.
How are you in
Fair enough.
How are you in combat? You seem like a big strong fella.
Oh, I do just fine. I like to smash things with my warhammer, and I have this handy trident of mine that my merfolk friends gave me. It's pretty effective. But mostly I just love to be in the kitchen. I'm much more interested in fighting and finding delicious things to eat, exotic foods and monsters. That's my passion.
What do merfolk taste like?
I wouldn't know. They are my friends.
All
You
right.
pick favorites like that.
Well, be his friend and he'll not eat you.
Oh,
Would you look at that? You two, all of you are getting along already. Wonderful. You have 10 days to finish this job, and, well, you should probably get something to eat.
If this is a delivery, do we know who's looking for us? Or who wants to get this oh so powerful locked chest?
Well, there are other companies that might be coming in your way. But if they are operating, they're not probably going to operate in our waters. But
Any flags or
after,
signs we should look for?
not here. Well, there are some that you should be wary of. If you see boats followed by the ocean being on fire, turn your ship and go. These would be the now called Doom Brigade. The Doom Brigade is just full of nasty pyromaniac gnomes.
The worst.
Yeah, never liked
Oh,
gnomes.
Oh dear, gnomes.
I feel the same. Look what they did to my friend. As he looks over to the left, you see a man standing in profile. And as he turns towards you, you can see that half his face is just charred and scarred. You can see his teeth through his cheeks. His right eye is missing. It
Good
isn't so-
God, man!
Yes, do not try anything with
Damn!
these people or gnomes. It was actually him that made first contact with them. They haven't been operating here for long and don't seem to have any location that they are staying at. But you will know them by the ocean. And
Damn.
also be wary of the salt brigands. They just fly a white flag. Do not be fooled. They will take you and kill you.
What did you call them? The Salt Brigade?
Yes.
Huh. Okay then.
The Salt Brigade.
Mm.
But
Yes.
they're French.
You know them by their ashen gray ships.
All right.
And
Ashen
of
gray
course, the
ships with white flag.
white flag, yes. But
Salty
you
flag.
probably shouldn't worry too much of them. At least until after you've reached the Magnanimous Reef, which will be your first stop on your journey for provisions. On the ship, you have enough food, water, and, well, what you need to make it there. Not further. Unless you're lucky to find something for yourself in the ocean.
I can always do some fishing, my friends. I'm quite skilled.
Then that shouldn't be a problem for you. That is good. So, well, time's of the essence. You got 10 days. But it shouldn't be too hard. It's roughly 5-6 days travel from here. Oh, and when you get to the reef, please be sure to follow the blue coral, unless you wish to have the ship destroyed.
This woman we're looking for. What does she look like?
Well,
Sarkia.
Yes, good question. How will we know her?
you will know her of her watery blue hair.
Does she have a name tag?
Unfortunately, no.
Big question mark. Does she have that?
But she does not have eyes.
Damn.
Oh shit, that's much more noticeable than blue hair.
Yeah.
You think? As he pats his own bald head.
Right. No eyes, blue hair, on the silky shore.
She'll never see us coming.
Yes. Oh no, she's the one you're supposed to find and deliver this to.
And she will know if we are worthy to become a part of, and he points to the guy with the burned face, this all thing.
No, we don't want to be burned.
No, but he's part of it. We want to be part of him as well.
That is my second in command.
Told you.
He was just unlucky.
Diplomacy is what he tried. That's not what we're gonna try. Everybody's gonna burn on the way.
Well, in the reef, there is a cove where all the pirates meet. It's a sort of a sanctuary for all of us where we can meet, and it's a non-aggression area. You're not allowed to draw blades towards anyone that's not on your crew. They came there, so we just assumed. But then they started to laugh maniacally after being asked some weird questions. And then there was an explosion, and that's how he lost half his face. They are not to be reasoned with. Just stay away from them for your own safety. Well, that's enough of that. I have matters to attend to. Oh, I almost forgot. Come over here. And he waves you to one of the windows. He walks up to one of the windows and waves at you to follow him. And he looks down to
I follow behind.
Yes. He looks down to the port. It's almost this panoramic window of the entire bay, where there are several ships docked at the moment. And he scratches his chin and looks, and 3 of you. Oh, that's just perfect. You will take the Gerdy. Oh, it's that one right there. And what you see, this is just a yes. Now, just a representation, the picture. She looks like a complete wreck. Some of the railings are missing, and she looks like she is held together by wishful thinking. More than anything else. They have done the cartoony patchwork on the sides, just cross-planked holes.
She's got character.
If you can sail out there, you're worthy.
Right. How are you with patching holes? I mean, you can cook food, but how are you with patching holes?
Oh, that's up to you. Now, as I said,
I'm
I
not
have
much
things
run
to
for
attend
patting
to.
holes, but I can always swim to shore. I'm
Can't
confident.
swim.
There you go.
Oh, Lady Luck.
Well, perhaps I'll wrangle a shark to carry you back.
That'd be interesting.
Ever
Or
ridden a shark?
They're quite useful once you've tamed them.
Oh yeah, he knows merfolk. That's why. That's
Oh,
why.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just you wait and see this fantastic trident on my back. In it's doing its magic. It's wonderful.
Oh, it's magic?
Don't put it near the chest. You never know what happens with this
Deeply
magic
useful.
Fine.
Oh damn!
Can I have it?
Damn it! Don't steal stuff now.
I asked politely.
Let's go to the ship. Thank you, Lord of the. What is our faction called? Again, I forgot.
Ocean's Blunder.
Thank you, Lord of Ocean's Blunder. We shall take the ship to and he looks down his notes. To the next destination.
I gleefully await your return. And he is just smiling, shaking his head,
Bye.
and walks over to a table. Viri, and the guy who escorted you up here opens the door. This way.
Okay.
And
This way.
Viri leads down to the ship. Well, you know, I overheard some of the things that he said. And he was right about one thing. Those gnomes, they are not to be taken to any degree in a non-threatful way.
Inhuman, disgusting gnomes.
Is there a bounty for them or something? Can we provide you with something? You know, somebody pay for gnome scalps? And he looks around for gnomes.
Well, no, I think it's best for you just to stay away from them.
Of course not. I'll not. Listen, look at this ship down here. They'll throw a match on this and it'll go up just in seconds.
Good thing we're on the water. Put the fire.
Somehow I still believe that ships can burn.
I mean,
But they're on the water.
These ships look like they're held together by the moths trying to eat them.
Why do moths eat ships?
I meant sails. Come on.
I thought you mean termites.
Well,
We have termites.
you're
I don't know.
you're not entirely wrong. It's you did draw the shortest straw. However,
That's not funny.
just some advice. And he looks up towards the sky. Even though it's completely cloudless, he asks you to make haste. There's a storm coming.
Oh, you one of them sky readers.
Been here for a long time.
Is it the
Sometimes you just
smell?
know.
Is it a
Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. We will make haste.
Let's go.
Is that some form of
Yes.
magic? Blah.
Metropolis.
Yeah.
Weatherman, I think they're called.
Very well. Well, I will just show you some of this. So he takes you aboard the ship and shows you a small cabin with 3 hammocks in it. Nothing fancy, but enough for you to sleep in. Up on the mast, where it usually is a crow nest, there is just a pad that you can stand on, and a pretty wide one, so you will have some sort of stability. And he waves for the guys coming up behind you that carries the chest.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
No, our leader, he is very busy these days. He probably forgot himself. Either way, and he opens a hatch on the floor, walks down under deck, and there is a small storage area with mostly the basic things for cooking and some rope. Not much in the way of spices, but there's salt, some pepper, some dried meats, enough for you to probably make some meals. And he wasn't kidding. This should take you there to the reef, which is a 3-day travel. And also there is a small kitchen, basic, but it has a bench, some knives, and a makeshift stove of some sort. It's very ancient.
It's not much, but it'll do. I can work with this.
I like his upbeat attitude. He seems positive. You know, maybe we'll make it through this, right, Joe?
What?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be positive about this leaking fucking bucket we got as a ship.
No, I love this guy. If we
Well-
sink, he can just ask his mer friends to come help us.
Yeah, he's got a trident.
He's got a trident.
That has to be like some sort of freak flag for the merfolk, right?
They are dear friends of mine, but not all merfolk are friends of mine. Only one tribe.
Hashtag not all merfolk.
Well, the guy carrying the chest puts it down and locks it with a chain. Something you also notice is it's surprisingly dry in here. You wouldn't think with the ship being the way it looks, but underneath the deck, and also in your cabin, it was pretty all right. Oh, and
It's pretty all right.
With what we got, yeah.
oh, and yeah, I probably have to show you this one. And he asks you, Joe, was it?
Joe.
Yeah. Follow me up deck. And he
Ugh.
leads you to the front, where, if you imagine, do you guys know these old taco spinning table plates that you place upon your table? It's essentially just a wooden disc.
Yeah,
Lazy
yeah.
Susan.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Lazy Susans, which I feel bad for Susan, but
Yeah, Lazy Susan. Yeah, the one that like spins in a circle. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I
Upon
think she deserves it.
Upon it is a device that looks like some very old kettle. Now, you know this is a mortar cannon that you will be in control of. It's for the balls.
it goes 360.
Yes. Well, most of the ships are equipped with some of these. Unfortunately, well, maybe not. This ship only has one. And if anyone of you knows anything about ships, this is a sloop. It's a smaller ship, and it's quite fast, especially going against the wind compared to many other ships. If you're being chased by bigger ships with bigger sails, going against the wind could be a good option for you.
Oh,
Well, Joe, have you been on many ships, Joe?
like 7.
What?
7.
7, right. So then you'll know you need to name the cannon, or it'll be upset with you.
Call Joe's Cannon.
It needs a proper name.
Jonan.
Fair enough. But if it gets pissed off, it's all our heads.
Well, I'll leave you guys to it. Best of luck, and well, since I here, I'll just you know what? Never mind. And he
Wait, no,
scrambles
what?
up the deck.
I'd like to make a perception roll. See if he's hiding something.
Whoa.
Yep.
Inside.
Ow. Ouch.
That's a 2.
He seems to be in a hurry.
I get distracted and look away. Oh, pretty sky today.
First roll of this campaign, and it's going well.
Fucking yikes.
But you didn't add any of your proficiencies to this.
It's not gonna help it too.
Probably not.
It would have been a 3.
Oh, damn.
Never mind then. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You guys haven't eaten today, so you
Big
can.
guy. Show us your stuff. Show me your moves.
We could just eat in port to save some food, right?
No, I want to see him cook before I'm on a boat with him for 5 days.
Yeah. The time is of the essence. Like, let's loosen the anchor and be at sea.
Yes. So, Shaka, would you please introduce your character?
Why, yes. My character's name is Oberon Obara. He is a human. He's a human barbarian chef whose greatest pleasure in life is seeking out and finding exotic ingredients, especially interesting creatures to kill, things that are rarely tasted, so typically dangerous things. He is already a little bit had some interesting adventures already, and has most recently come from many years living with merfolk, learning more and more about how to fish and how to interact with the sea, and now is excited to try his hand at being a privateer, working on a pirate ship, and of course cooking delicious food for everybody, and hopefully finding delicious and exotic ingredients to kill and eat and smash with his hammer. I mean, I have a hammer because I must be able to tenderize things, because you got to tenderize. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got
I mean, yeah, you gotta.
He has black hair, I think brown eyes, and is extremely beefy, tan skinned, wears very little clothes. Got used to wearing nothing while hanging out with the merfolk, and so now even the loincloth he wears is chafes a little bit. It's uncomfortable. And at the drop of a hat, he may go buck naked just because it's more comfortable.
Man, self-insert alert.
Wonderful. All right. So, first official big roll of the day. Shaka, would you please roll a cooking?
What skill would that be?
That is a D20 plus his proficiency.
20 bitches.
Damn.
That is very good. All right. So, what kind of meal are you preparing for these guys? You have all the essentials, all the basic foods: pasta, rice, potatoes, anything that could be cooked or fried, you have access to.
Yeah, I'd like to take a closer look and see what's available. I'm thinking probably a stew of some kind.
Very well. Well, there are some dried meats, some smoked salmon, just that is the, and some, I don't know. Looks like somebody left a chicken wing.
Excellent. We'll make a soup of deliciousness. My friend, Tyr, would you please, this is a luxury we can enjoy only for right today, because obviously water is at a premium on the ocean. Would you run to town and get us a fresh batch of water there real quick so we don't cut into our reserves? And then I will start preparing.
Right,
I would ask
Joe?
Joe, but he's so little.
We're the same
Tyr,
size.
yeah, Tyr looks at him and
Oh,
back
wait.
at himself. Yeah, I'm a halfling,
Alright.
so we're both like basically. Joe, go. Your cannon will wait for you while I stay
There you
here
go.
and
Fair enough.
watch the ship.
Fine.
Don't worry, you can polish your balls later. It's fine.
Why would I polish them? I want to shoot them.
Yeah, but they gotta be clean when they go off. Just go.
That's disgusting. You're gross.
I fully heard punish your balls. That's what I heard.
Both of them are gross.
Yeah, slam them against the other ship. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, Joe runs into town and gets a water skin of water.
There are some on the docks. People are putting out buckets. Some for cleaning, others just fresh water. So
I don't
there's
ask.
one.
I just
That's
fill
fine.
a water skin in someone's bucket and leave.
Yellow water. Found yellow water.
Stolen water tastes more delicious.
Free water.
It tastes like crime.
With that roll being that high, a unnatural 20, was it?
It was an unnatural 20, yes.
With an unnatural 20, I want you to roll a d8.
Five.
All right. So for the rest of the day, all of you get 5 temporary hit points.
Hey.
Damn.
Woo!
Ooh, that was a good meal. I feel like my body can just sustain more punishment.
And
You will come to find my food will keep you healthy and strong. That's the plan, anyway.
Oh, damn. Well, I mean, I hope so. Do I also get muscles, or do I need to work for those?
You certainly need to work for those. You can join me with my morning calisthenics.
No, I'll
And I flex a
take some
lot.
rum.
Not a morning person.
Yeah, I'll take some rum. That's all I need for the morning.
Oh God, do we have enough alcohol?
Oh, damn! Tia runs off the ship, just into the nearest tavern. Rum!
as soon as you get up on deck, they have actually untied the ship and shoved you out.
No!
Good luck.
No!
I can't be sober this fucking long. No.
But my liquor.
Oh, we'll live.
All right. So, Captain, would you please roll me a d20?
Damn, here we go.
You have to pull
Oh,
out from
shit.
parallel parking the boat.
Yeah.
This is your first step. The boat was parallel parked. You need to pull out properly.
Oh shit, here we go again. Mediocre.
No, that's fine. It's yeah. All right. So you have your map. You know the destination. There are some islands scuttled along the way, and taking some measurements, you probably think that the first big island that you might probably want to stay for at the night is about an 6 to 8 hours travel, with the wind being as it is. And
I'll go ahead and start preparing meals, or the daily meal down in the bowels of the ship in the kitchen.
yes,
Joe will help.
mechanically wise, that first roll will be for the entire day, unless you wish to make another one the next time. You are making some big meal. All right.
Alright.
So
I would like to go up into the crow's nest and observe my surroundings in order to better ascertain if there will be a need for a cannoneer in the next 10 minutes.
all right. So question: are you proficient in athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Very well. Then you don't have to roll for climbing.
I can do sick flips.
You know, if you want to flavor anything how you get up it, go ahead.
No. It crawls up in a disgusting way.
Slither up it. Just-
If climbing could look gross, Joe manages it.
He doesn't wear underwear, just a skirt, loincloth.
It's a kilt, please.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Tyr is steering the ship and sort of flinches as he goes up the mast. It's like a horror movie.
I get a random shiver when I'm downstairs.
All right, so make a perception roll,
See,
please.
that's a 17.
Very good. Well, last night when you got here by ship, even though it was night, you did not see a lot of islands or anything big for that matter. It's a bit different during the day. There are very small sandbanks, patches that you should avoid. And but the weather is nice, and it's very strange that he said it would be a storm coming soon, because there's still not a single cloud up in the air.
He's a liar.
There is a pleasant breeze, seagulls sounding like seagulls.
What do those sound like?
Where I live, seagulls are the size of dogs, so like yeah.
Yeah. No, but you can see the Blunder Bay disappearing in the distance as wait, sorry, excuse me. Uh, Tier Trian.
Just Tyr to my friends.
Tier. All right. As Tier sails pretty, I am not sure that he knows it himself, but he seems to be steering pretty well between the banks. And you seem to be on a very good way.
Ah, the sea air almost makes the lack of rum worth it.
I don't like it.
Well, whilst messing around in the kitchen area, you actually find some bottles underneath a floor, uh, plank in the floor.
Oh, interesting. Bottles underneath the floor, or underneath the floor plank things.
Sorry. Either way.
I pick them up and would like to inspect them.
Well, it's a transparent glass bottle with a brown liquid inside.
I carefully take the stopper off and go for a very careful sniff.
Oh, it's definitely very cheap rum.
Ha! I yell up, Joe, it's your lucky day!
What?
I found some rum. It might be terrible, but hey, it's alcohol, so it can't be dangerous, right?
That's what my mom always said.
We must be related, Joe.
Gross.
I know, right?
Gross. Fucking hell. I leave one of the bottles under the floorboards where I found them, and then make note of where the floorboards are if I need to hide something later. And then take the rest of the bottles up to the deck.
All right. Good. So, underneath there were 3 bottles. One you left, so you have 2 with you.
Excellent.
Same content in all of them, so there is that. Now, it is actually pretty smooth sailing for the first few hours, but then around 4 in the afternoon, I would like Terror to make another roll.
Dun, dun.
Do I have to? 13 plus something.
Proficiency.
15.
All right. The wind is starting to shift a bit, and you are fairly certain that he was indeed right. As you look around you now, darker clouds are starting to form. And you assume that in a few hours, you might actually head into some quite heavy weather.
Okay, everybody, prepare. We're going into a storm in a few hours, but we're getting there.
How do we prepare for that?
Well, at least know that we're going into the storm.
I am now aware we are going into a storm.
Thank you, Joe. How are we doing below?
Doing good. Food's coming along nicely.
Did you
But
hear about the
storm, you say? Let me go ahead and tie everything down here. Otherwise, oh god, it'll be a mess.
Oh yeah, that's what we could have done, is tie stuff down. Right, yeah.
Yeah. We don't need the sails during a storm.
Do we?
I don't remember.
Unwise.
I will tie up the sails.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome, Captain.
So I look around downstairs and try and see, or in the under. What is the proper name for that? The area that I'm in a ship. I'm not as tight on ship terminology.
The galley. No, the galley.
The galley. There you go. Right. I look down and around the galley and see if there's anything that needs to be battened down. Looking for anything that needs to be locked, closed, held down, tied down, all that sort of stuff, and then do so.
Very well. I want you to make one insight check. While most of the things seem to be tied together, there is one water barrel that does not have a rope around it, tied to one of the metal rings in the wall.
All right, I go over there and take a closer look and want to, roll a perception check or roll an investigation check I guess.
All right, go ahead.
Critical failure.
Nice.
Well, while inspecting. Okay, so while looking around it, you just, pull on things, checking around, and one of the safety rings comes off. And
Ooh, interesting.
that was the one that was meant for that barrel.
So wait, one of the safety rings on the barrel comes off of the barrel itself?
It comes off. The barrels are placed around the walls, and up on those walls are rings where knots are tied and around
Gotcha.
like crates or barrels. One of those comes off.
Okay, I want to look around for some rope to try and tie it down, or maybe a net of some kind that I can get it tied down.
Roll perception. Well, this area isn't big, but eventually it takes some time. But you remember that the guy taking you to the boat mentioned that there was rope there. So let's say it takes you like roughly half an hour to find it, but it was one of these things where you just keep looking at the same place, going through the same things, and it's actually hanging on a coat hanger on the wall behind you.
Okay, great. I go ahead and grab that and start the process of tying that thing down so that we don't lose whatever's inside of it. Do I know what's inside of it? I should probably look.
Oh yeah, it's one of the water barrels.
There's a picture
Gotcha.
of a water drop on it on the side.
Oh, is that how that works?
RPG.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How lovely.
I
How
can't.
thoughtful of them.
There's an explodey barrel and everything.
Oh, I see. So the red barrels we should definitely not smoke near. Got it. Got it.
No, yeah. They put them at the bottom of the ship and we smoke near them.
But you can't vape
yes,
near
was.
them.
Oh, God damn it. Only the freaking goblin would be vaping, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
A goblin vape tastes like sewer. I don't know why I switched accent for that, but yeah.
Ah.
All right, just go ahead and roll me a straight D20.
Natural 20.
Well, it was just an easy fix. You found some space on another one that wasn't holding back something that was very heavy. So you just easily made some loops, tied it up there, no problemo.
Excellent.
Yes.
I go back and continue to prepare food, trying to keep my spidey senses ready so that if things start to get nasty, I can, make sure the food doesn't fall all over the floor.
I'm not sure that I mentioned this to you, Ter, but the map that you were shown, it was given to you, so you still have that. And it has some markings on it. Smaller islands, landmarks. And
Yeah. Do I have to go through the storm? Is that where I need to go?
well, if you're looking at the map,
Is there a
Roll
storm
me-
on the map?
yes, two.
Damn it. No, yeah.
Both above you. No, but if you look at the map, go ahead and roll it D20 plus your proficiency.
A 7.
Ooh. Well, you study it and you can't really make out the measurements at first of where you went. You sort of lost track in these waters. And while being focused on the inevitable storm that might come your way, it takes a fairly bit longer than it should have had. Actually, while looking at it a second time, you eventually find that there is a small island called the Nesting Rock that is probably like a 3-hour sail. You would be there by nightfall if you were going that way.
Right then, we go there. And he brings out some rope and he ties himself to whatever seems the most secure, near the thing. The wheel. That is what it's called, a wheel. And he'll tie himself to something near to keep himself safe and steer towards the island.
Yes. All right. Jabber, would you please roll me a perception?
Yeah, that's a dice. 23.
As it would seem, just looking ahead at the direction that you're traveling, it still seems to be pretty fair water. But when you turn around, you can see that you are now just coming from up behind you is a massive storm. You start to feel the cold winds blowing towards your face. The mast that you're standing on starts to wiggle and wail, and you think from just it coming this fast, feeling everything, it should probably reach you within the hour.
Guys,
Before we would make it to the island, then shit.
there's a storm coming in our butts.
Oh, right. Everybody batten down the hatches, do everything you can. It's time to get into the storm.
Coming up
Way ahead of
behind
you.
us.
I've got everything figured out down here.
Coming up
Keep
like
the
a
rum
roll.
safe.
I should not be up here.
Then go down then. And he sort of blocks with his hand so he doesn't see him go down the thing. It was already horrifying watching him go up.
He goes down head first, climbing.
So it's like aliens.
So your
Just
kilt
like-
falls down over your chest.
I don't know when it was decided this kilt is canon, but I'll go with it.
God damn it.
Right. So I lost eyesight now. I'm blind.
Should be
Alright.
fine.
I covered the gunpowder so it doesn't get wet.
Yes.
Very wise.
And roll me a perception. Once again.
17.
Well, you, just as well as Shaka, you do notice that there are those tie rings on the floor, so you have you can tie down things, or just making sure that the gunpowder does not fall off.
I do that.
It takes some time. The wind is getting heavier and heavier, and eventually you find yourself within a heavy storm.
Can I just say, as the storm starts hitting, Tyrion takes out a red crab from his coat. He says, "Wish me luck, little man." He puts it back in, and it's a small magical crab because he has find familiar.
Nice.
And the crab, like on its arms, it has anchor tattoos, and it's got a small hat that's sort of the sailor hat made out of sheep, blue, and white cloth.
There you go.
Excellent. So, The storm hits your boat pretty hard. It's coming in fast, the waves are getting higher, and it feels like the sky is just falling down upon you. The downpour is very heavy. And you think, Ter, that you might be, I don't know, you should probably come up close to seeing the island or outcropping or what it might have been on the map that was shown. And I'm going to you guys have done an excellent job tying everything together. You, while being down into the kitchen area, what were you calling it, Jabber?
The
Galley.
galley.
Galley, yes. Everything starts to shake, but you made excellent work on those knots, making sure that everything we're in position, so nothing topbles over.
Oberon was a Boy Scout. He could do 27 different types of knots.
That is good.
I do happen to
Same-
be good with being not E.
Oh, and these
That one
jokes
was
will not be for
all
naught.
the dads in chat. You're welcome.
And the same goes for the gunpowder.
Nice.
It was, but as it seems that you, Joe, is the only one that's not seem to be in a safe position.
Nope.
I want you
I
to
reach
make
out
a
with
con
my
save.
big beefy arm and grab Joe, holding him against my massive pecs. I
feel-
got you, little buddy.
This is the safest Joe has ever felt in his entire life.
Safe and musky, just the way you like it.
Joe, go ahead and make yourself a con save.
He smells like cocoa butter.
Do you wax? Ooh, that's an 8.
That's an 8.
It's an 8.
So, finding yourself in the storm and your legs not being super seaworthy as they are, you find yourself toppling along the deck, and you do notice that you are losing your balance and seem to be noticing that you might actually tumble towards the somewhat functioning railing on the ship.
How far away is he from me?
Oberon!
No, I would like to try and grab a hold of him and hold it. I would like to do that.
Yes.
I'll try to use Mage Hand to help them as well.
The
10
5
pounds. This is 10
So
years.
this is going to be a athletics check, or
Yes, go ahead with an athletics check.
Looks like a 15.
that was strange.
What's up?
It
Why
rolls
did it
with
roll
advantage.
2d20?
It,
Oh, but
when
it
you
automatically
roll-
gives you a 2. I got you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you hear Joe's crying that he might notice the stumbling on the roof floorboards above you.
I can't swim!
And as you look up to see what's going on, you do notice that Joe is about to come crashing towards the railing. You reach out to grab him, but unfortunately, you misses his hand.
Oberon!
And I would like you, Jabber. No, wait, Terry, you did something as well, didn't you?
I used Mage Hand. It can only carry 10 pounds, but it's the least thing I can do at this distance because I'm tied down.
All right. What are you carrying?
He's
What
trying
I'm-
to grab me.
Yeah, I'm trying to grab him with the Mage Hand. to do the little that it can. I don't know how much. Like, what would a goblin weigh? Like, what is 10 pounds?
What is the
In-
weight of their sins?
Great, many. Oh, by the Lord.
What's that face, Shaka?
No, I'm just looking at the way that it rolled this. It looks like I've got two different results here. It looks like it rolled two of them for some
It,
reason.
Yes.
it
So
automatically rolls twice.
I've got.
Yeah.
So
The thing
how
is-
do we know which one to pick then?
Usually go.
That's not good.
The first one is the one that we pick. It rolls. It's set
Rolls
to
two
roll
just in
with
case you have,
advantage.
advantage or disadvantage.
Advantage.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so the
Yeah.
first one is the only one if it isn't advantage or disadvantage.
Yes. Sorry. That.
Oh, so the second one is just to tease me. Cool.
Yep.
yes.
Deal.
It's always fun when the second one's a crit.
You know what? Just for that, Joe, go ahead and attempt to roll me an athletics check as well, but with advantage because you feel a pressure on your back to see if you can grab a hold of the railing.
I feel the pressure of all those people in the stream watching me. Well, that I rolled 2 4s plus 0.
2 4s plus 0.
So that's a 4.
And both Chaka and Tara, you now see your little goblin friend being tossed over the railing into the raging ocean.
No!
No.
We
Come
hardly
back,
knew
Joe.
If anyone's watching, Joe hits the water and stays on top. And just like gets to his feet and runs after the boat.
You will be.
Witchcraft.
He's just running.
Being your size, they probably don't see you at all.
I'm leaning over the
Bonus
railing.
action-
Joe.
I have bonus
Joe.
action dash, so I could maybe try to keep up.
Oh yeah, you're a goblin.
Goblin.
And Shaki, you see your little friend running across the water's surface, jumping over waves as if they were plinths, and just generally trying to keep up with the ship, going at the speed that it does. Having the wind at your back.
All right, I
it's-
want to look around for some kind of a life ring or something like that. I don't know if they would have something like that. Would it be more just
Well-
ropes or what?
A sloop is it's not a very high boat, so you could
Oh, fair
actually,
enough.
if
So
you,
he could just So I
if
want
you
to
lean
hold on
down-
tight and then reach down, put my
Go
arm
ahead.
down, my big beefy arm down to.
go ahead and make a strength check. So 20 plus strength
check.
mod.
That'll be a 22.
You have no problem holding on to the railing. Even though those strong winds are hitting you, you seem staunch as a statue. And as you reach down, both of you... No, Jabber, go ahead and make an acrobatics check to see if you
Better
grab
does.
on hold of his hand.
Please be bet. Oh, 15.
That is enough.
I
You grab
leap
on-
forward, grab forearm to forearm.
I've got you, my little buddy. Come on, and pull him on the ship.
I haven't had second dinner yet.
And you never got that rum. What a way to go! Rum on the ship and you drowning in the ocean. Thank God
I'd
you can
hate to die
walk on
sober.
water.
Oh, shh! I stole it.
Why does that not surprise me? Never a dull
racist.
moment with Joe. Racist hardly.
Yeah.
We had to stop you from stealing something earlier. This is just part of who you are. I love you anyway. Ah!
Joe survived as he picks up the crab. He picks it up like a a flask and swigs, realizes what it is, and puts it back in.
So, with that, you guys are traveling towards. The storm is calming down a bit eventually. And you can now see what seems to be a pretty big rock sat in the middle of the ocean. And you can automatically assume that is what has been marked on your map. And running a bit late for the first break, I would like for us to take 10. What do you guys say?
Yes.
I believe that sounds
Yeah,
good.
sounds good. 10 or 15 for me. I'll be back in about that long. I like to walk around the block, stretch the legs, all that stuff.
Yes.
Right on.
Yeah,
If
Sounds like a plan.
everyone will wait a couple 10-15 minutes, we'll be right back with the dual stream of Shaka Panda and Saviours RPG.
welcome back, everybody. So hope you had a nice short break. I sure was in need to get some freshness myself. So, guys, the storm has died down. The weather is just bleak. Dark clouds still looming, but no rain, no strong winds. And you are now about to approach the rock, which is probably a good place for you to maybe anchor for the night.
My friends, do we want to sleep on here, or would we like to try and find something out there before we go? Or do we want to go to the island and search around, or would we like to stay here and wait for more?
I don't know. I've had one with near-death experience, and we don't know what's on that island. Or does anybody know? Anybody been here before? These are not really my waters, from what I remember.
As you can see
I am
now,
unfamiliar.
this is what you're greeted to, minus the nice weather.
Huh.
So it's literally that big. Like it's not like
Yes.
there's a dragon hiding behind it.
No,
It's
it's
a
just
real little
a-
island.
that is
Yeah,
exactly what it is.
gotcha.
If you would walk
Yeah.
across it, it would probably take, with taking climbing into consideration, 10, 15 minutes.
Oh wow, okay, all right. No, so not much to explore. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But it has some heights, some crops and things. So who
Get
knows?
some loot.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, it might
check
be
the
worth
island.
looking at in the morning.
Oh,
If that's, I don't know. I think we should look at it now. If it's a quick explore, maybe we found some barrels with bananas, planks, and cannonballs. Who knows?
Well,
All right, I go down down into the belly of the ship and look for a lantern.
oh yeah, I can't. Damn it, I can't see.
go ahead and roll an investigation.
Here's the question: how will you find the lantern if it's dark?
Philosophical question.
Good question indeed. I mean, I guess we probably already have some kind of lighting going on, right? In
I've
there or
got
no?
dark
I don't know.
vision.
Moonlight, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's
Well-
send Joe down there. Joe, would you please find me a lantern? My weak human eyes don't have that goblin magic.
Only because you asked so nicely.
Ah, thank you. That and, well, I didn't really save you so much, but, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's that part. Okay, I got you. Go find your lantern.
Hey, no romancing on the ship.
All right, Jabber, roll me an investigation.
Got it. Apparently my mic's low, so I should figure out what's wrong with that. 10 plus 1, 11.
While you do not find any lantern, there are some sticks to light the stove, some rags. So if you want, you could probably make a makeshift torch
I'll do
of
that.
some kind.
Yeah, make a makeshift torch.
So you take some string and some towels and rags, rip them to pieces, and some of the wood that's used to light the stove. Tie them neatly together, and you have yourself a makeshift torch.
Sweet. I'll
Excellent.
deliver it to my savior. RPG.
Well,
Yeah. Hop off the boat. Go explore an island.
all right. So you're going for the exploration.
Yes, let's explore.
All right.
Because what if it's covered in zombies and then they sneak up on it at night?
So
So exploration is going to be, what would that be? Investigation, I guess, right?
well,
Investigation is more person-to-person interaction. Like, what is he
Yeah,
hiding
gotcha.
from me?
no, that would be a
That's
perception.
insight.
But does all of you?
Yeah, sorry.
Perception general.
I am made of dumb.
All right. So you light the torch. You have flint and steel and whatever you need to make it go, and some. You find something just to scratch against. It ignites, and it looks like a. Well, it's now that you're close to it and have anchored, you do find it to be quite eerie looking. The stones are jagged, pointing towards the sky. And if you wish to go on a travel, who would take point, or would you split up?
I will happily take point with my torch,
That's right.
and I'd like
Take
to
point.
torch in one hand, trident in the other.
I will hide
Fair.
behind Beef Boy.
All right, so I
Fair.
hold my torch in front of me, pull the trident out, and say, "Come on, my friends, this way. I will light the way."
Very well.
I'll defend the rear.
So go ahead and make me a survival check, Shaka.
That'll be a 9.
All right. So, though it takes some time, you find some passages and safe rocks to step onto and lead them up. Or are you going up or around it?
I would like to go around first, looking for easier way of egress or ingress. Whatever. What am I trying to say?
Yeah.
Word.
I get it.
Ingress. Yeah.
Though it being quite rough terrain, it takes you some time to start getting a proper pace to which you all feel comfortable with. You would probably have to help Joe and Tyr to get up and around some of the bigger, more jagged ones, carrying a small child from time to time, seeing gaps.
Would you like me
into
to
the
lift
ocean.
you or toss you, Joe?
Both.
I'm just kidding.
Shot put me.
Shot put. This I can do. Is there like a grassy area on the top?
Are you going up it now or around it?
Well,
You're-
I'm considering tossing Joe up onto the up high so he can get a lookout because of all the beef.
Well, I'm not quite sure how high you would be able to throw him. Pretty high, I assume.
Okay. That's my curiosity. As I'm looking around, do I see an area a higher area that I could reasonably toss him up to if I don't terribly fail my save?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
Well, you see some sort of plateau maybe that you could feasibly get him up onto, if he's willing to be thrown up there, that is.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, would you like to use those goblin night vision eyes to help us see around a little bit? I could happily toss you up there into that. I think there's a little perch over there you might be able to hook onto there.
In goblin culture, we just call them eyes. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll hold the torch, Oberon. It's fine. I'll hold the torch, and he'll summon the
thank you,
mage
thank
hand
you.
to hold the torch. The mage hand will hold the torch and sort of just send it up. Just sort of gliding up like a balloon 30 feet above them. There we are.
Nice.
All right. So go ahead and make me a strength check.
Would it be strength or would it be athletics for throwing? With strength. Because it's like a lifting, throwing, picking, pushing kind of thing, right? Just curious. I'm not trying to convince you.
Yeah,
Just curious.
I'm not too sure, but being the size that he is, you know what? Just go with the strength.
Strength, got it.
A small boy.
That's 15.
15. All right. So I imagine that you place your feet up and towards two of the rocks, standing a bit split with your legs, lifts him up and swings him from side to side to get some sort of momentum, and then up he goes.
Good old Mario swing.
Uh,
Here
Jabber.
you go, my friend. Ho, ho, ho! And I toss him.
Yes, and now, Jabber, would you please make me an acrobatics check?
Yeah, while in midair, I start humming that song that when people are flying in movies, they sing to themselves. It's escaping me. I'm trying to think
Danger
of
Zone?
Space Jam. The song that Michael Jordan sang in his head when he was flying across in Space Jam. Just can't remember right now.
Go on and slam. Work upon the jam.
That's Space Jam. 12.
Yeah. Thank you, Jabber.
12. All right, so total that would have been a 27. You know, let's just say you, at first, the strength wasn't good enough to get you all the way up onto it, the way that he figured, but it's easy enough for you to reach out and just grab onto it. And would you please also make go ahead and make an athletics check? Check.
Less than. That's a 5.
And you lose your grip, falling down towards him once again.
I need better strength.
Shaka, would you attempt to catch the little guy falling back down towards you?
Oh no!
Tyrion is kind of doing what I'm. Tritrion is kind of doing what I'm right now. He's just eating and watching.
Let's see, what kind of a check would that be? I'm guessing acrobatics or something, or no, just dexterity.
No. You know what? Go ahead with an athletics for you.
25.
You catch him once again,
Oh.
as it almost was meant. You know, when you throw up a child into the air, and then he gets some momentum upwards, and then you catch him once.
Yeah, there you go.
I missed.
Well, hello again. That didn't work, did it?
No.
Sorry.
Try again.
All right, another strength check.
It's bound to succeed.
25. Oh no,
Oh.
sorry. Yeah, 20 strength check. That'll be 23.
23. With a 23, you get a much better swing, and you flex your arms a bit bigger this time, and he gets enough momentum to get up onto the level. Would you please make me an acrobatics check for the landing? Or wait, you said you were proficient in it, right? Yeah, then go ahead and just land any way you want to.
I look for some judges.
There are no judges around, but if you want to, you can make me a perception check to see what you can find.
Oh no. I'm not rolling too hot. So that was a 7.
Well, you're not sure if it's the weather or just being at the ocean all day. But you do not seem to be able to get a good fix on anything, especially not being as dark as it is.
There's nothing. There's nothing up here.
Right then,
Damn, what a disappointment.
we'll check the waters. And he takes out the crab and he lets it go and he kind of meanders down into the waters. And it will sort of just look around.
Any particular direction?
No, like around the island, like within, like a meter below the ocean or something, just around the island. Scanning.
All right. So, are you going to wait for it to return, or are you going to keep moving as well?
I'm sending him my. Well, I mean, I'll move with him so that if anything happens, the crab will speak to me.
Excuse
It's
me,
a familiar.
maybe yeah, but I'm not sure exactly what it's doing. So you're looking at the same thing, or is he looking underneath the water for things?
Underneath the water, yeah, it's looking for anything.
Underneath the water.
It's got 30-meter blind sight.
Oh, I see. Okay. You know what? Go ahead and make it a perception check as well.
Right. And a froggy. Let's see here. Oh.
Do you explain this, by the way, to your companions?
No, he basically just goes, let's look beneath the waters, and he releases the crab, and the crab walks into the water.
How are you
Release
guys
the
reacting to
crab.
him?
I
Oh.
assume he's crazy.
What, did you ask me what the crab was? Then he just sort of meanders around the island.
I don't want to open that can of worms.
All right. Are you still taking point, Shaka?
Yeah, I'm just standing there, realizing that I'm still holding Joe, and I set him down, and just waiting for the crab to come back.
All right. Wait, Tara, did you say you were following the crab as well?
And the crab needs to
Walking.
be within 100 meters of me. Feet, not meters.
Feet. Okay. So you guys see that Tyr is starting to walk along around the island as well.
Hey, where you going?
My crab is exploring. Olive is exploring.
What?
I have a familiar. That's a crab. It's looking underwater.
Gross.
What? Why is underwater gross? And the torch sort of floats slowly down to kind of settle in between us.
Whatever.
You gotta check underwater as well.
It's gross.
Very well. Shaka,
Everything is gross.
would you like to make another survival check when you guys decide to keep going?
Okay, I'll make another survival check here. That'll be a 22.
Very good. Well, unlike before, you actually find somewhat of a path. Maybe someone else has used it before you that have anchored here. But eventually, you get up on it, and it's a lot easier trail for you to take. When, after roughly 5 to 10 minutes later, you come across what seems to be a hole, a cave, into one of the sides of this rock. It's not big per se, so it probably does not get noticed too much, but now that you're walking here, you can see it just as any other door or opening, that is.
Right, I'd like to take a look inside, and I would like to, Joe, can you see down there a little further? The torchlight only goes so far.
Not really. Because of how light dynamics works, if there's a light source near me, I do not have extensive dark vision due to the refraction of the light into my retinas.
Well,
I
in that
cannot
case, let
see
me
it.
step back and go around the corner here, hiding the light for you.
Oh, that's much better.
It's not a hole down into it. It's more in one of the sides, so you can actually walk
cave.
into it. Yeah, it's a cave. Yeah. All right. So, would you like to? Whichever one of you is looking into it, you see a small small narrow path leading into this rock.
There's a small, narrow path leading into the rock.
Well, all right. I guess if I'm going to be able to see anything, I might as well go first, because it's going to make it hard for you to see, as you've said. Let me go first. Because science!
Also because you got the torch, and if they're gonna see us, they're gonna see us anyway. So might as well have the torch in the front, so they only see the torch and not us two behind the torch.
Sounds wise, Joe. You are wise.
I have a very high wisdom.
What does that mean?
I don't know. My mom always said it.
Oh, interesting.
It doesn't take long while traveling inside this path that you come out to a larger outcropping. And along the floor, you notice there to be scrapes on the ground as something has been pulled into this area, to this location. And while looking around, anybody who wants could roll me a perception.
I'm guessing that I'm not with them, or did I go with them?
It's up to
That
you.
is up for you to decide.
Fuck it, I go with them.
I got a
crab
natural
can be-
20 on the perception,
Damn.
which I guess ultimately means 22 on a natural 20.
Nice. I got
Alright,
14.
Let's go. 14. All right. So, Terror, you went with them, you said.
Yeah, the crab will report back later.
Did you also roll a perception, or?
Sure. He uses minor illusion, and he creates an illusion of a spyglass, and he sort of looks about the cave.
Interesting. So, what did you roll?
Oh, 12.
All right. So, what you guys see is a lot of debris has been pulled into this to this location. Broken parts of ships, hulls, chests. Broken, but pulled in here. And Shaka, you notices 4 very strange boulders being sat in the middle of it. And it seems strange because a lot of these scrape marks goes to them. And
Interesting. It seems like there's something over here. Maybe, I don't know. It looks like something was dragged through the rock. I don't know. That's what it seems like anyway.
Can you cook it?
And also, you see that on one of the broken parts of one of the ship that has been pulled in here, there is something that seems to lie down upon it. It has some slight movement to it, as if it is breathing.
How big is this?
It takes a
From what I can see.
while. From what you can see, it takes a while, but with that crit, you do what you just think is something lying on top of it. You actually notice that it's more than half of that building, or that wreck part, and it's breathing, and it seems too large almost to fit in here.
You guys, I think I found something tasty!
Shoot it.
With
Oh, dang.
that, those 4 rocks emerges, and you see 4 gigantic crab claws reach up from the ground. And I want you guys to roll initiative.
All of you betrayed me.
Combat time.
It's time. Right, so the captain will be comfortably in the back from what it looks like currently. It will. Mighty 7.
I got a 24.
Terror? What did you get on?
7.
7.
Yeah. Shaka, don't you have anything to add to your initiative roll? I can't hear you.
I got a 19, so I added my 1, so I have a 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only got +1 on my dex.
Happens to the best of us.
Sometimes it's important to come in second.
So, Jabber,
Yeah.
roughly 25 feet ahead of you, have now these guys. Give me a second.
You can have 2.
Popped up.
Oh, there they are.
Can you guys see them? Or are we on the same? Yeah, we should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Control Z makes them big. If nope.
We disappeared.
Control. What is the command for that? There's a command that makes them big. Someone in the chat wants to let me know what that. Oh,
Let's
there we
just
go.
do that.
Works.
Yes.
That works better. Dang. Oh, those
So-
don't look. Those do not fill me with joy.
Looks like it's gonna be good eating for a while.
Hell yes.
Do I begin? Do I begin? This?
Yes, you're first in
That's-
the initiative order.
All right. First things first. Joe whips out his longbow, which is as long and tall as him. He points to one of the creatures and designates it as my slayer's prey because I'm a monster hunter. And I will shoot it. Sharpshooter. And I nat one.
You see the arrow going straight towards the what you might have thought to be a rock before, and it just bings.
Dun,
Off
da,
his
da, da,
Any
It's impervious to arrows.
any movements or bonus actions?
Bonus action was dedicating it to be my slayer's prey.
All right. So
And
And-
my movement.
You-
I go.
you have roughly 10 feet of free space behind you, and then you get into the tunnel that you came
I
through.
go backwards
All right, so
and hide.
roughly 10, 15 feet or so.
Yeah.
There are some rocks that you can find if you want to, and wood parts
Yeah, I'll do
if
that.
you want to hide behind something.
Yep.
All right, Shaka, it is you, my friend.
I would like to go ahead and use a bonus action to activate my rage.
All right. So, how being a Storm Barbarian, was it? How does your
Yes.
rage look?
Well, when my rage shows up, sort of like like a misty sort of stormy look comes about me, and like lightning crackles over my skin. I guess because I can do lightning. That's how I've decided that looks.
Super. That was your
And I
bonus
get really
action. You still
red-faced.
have.
Yes. I would like to point my trident at the nearest crab and dominate beast. They must make a DC 15, I think wisdom, or just a DC 15. Yeah. It doesn't say what they have to roll with.
I think
anyway.
it was a dex. Did we determine you're
I'm
doing
not
your
sure.
lightning
Hold on.
thing?
Let me look it up.
Con, it should be for you. I believe it's.
Yeah, no, this is for the dominate beast spell. I'm trying to figure out because normally it would be with your spell. So would it be with my con? Because that's kind of my beast.
Yeah, so they gotta do a
Let's
wisdom
go with that.
save, and it's
It should
based on
say
your
on-
con.
Should
Well, I mean,
Say
I don't
on the-
normally cast.
it
I'm
should say
using
on
a
the sheet
weapon
like
that
what's your
can-
spellcasting ability?
It's barb.
Does- I don't think that barbarians have a spellcasting ability. Right?
It should just be against your DC, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Typically for barbarians,
DC could mean anything. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we're just going to have to make a call, you guys. Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what.
You know
what?
what?
There.
You know what? Let's just go ahead with 15. Then. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's what it
Yeah.
says. Is they have to do a thing of 15. I just don't know what they're checking against. I guess it doesn't say in the thing because it would
Yeah,
normally
right.
be against my spell power, which who the hell knows what that is. So.
It's just gonna be a. Yeah, let's go with con then. 15 con save, and he rolls a 6.
A 6. Excellent.
Yes. So, what does the spell look like? What do you do precisely when you point
So
the
I
trident?
point the trident at him, and an invisible force ripples out from the trident, slamming into the creature, and it looks disoriented, and then sort of cocks its head at me friendly.
All right. So, what does Dominate Beast actually do? Do you have control over this creature now?
While the beast is charmed, and while the beast is charmed, I have a telepathic link with it, and as long as I'm on the same plane of existence, I can issue commands, which requires no action, and it will do the command something simple like attack that creature, run over there, fetch that object. If I don't issue commands, it'll just defend itself, and then I can use my action to take precise control of the target until the end of my next turn, and the creature takes only the actions I choose and doesn't do anything that I don't allow it to do. During this time, I can also cause the creature to use a reaction, but this requires me to use my own reaction. And then every time the target takes damage, it makes a new wisdom saving throw against the spell.
I see.
So
All
yeah.
right.
So I'm gonna have him attack his friend next to him. I guess will be on his turn. The
Yes.
nearest guy, the nearest crab, and then I will use because I'm in my rage mode. I have my Sea Storm aura. And I can choose one other creature within my aura, which is, I believe, like 20. I don't know. Let me double check that, see how big it is. Sorry, this is a brand new character. I don't know how to do him yet.
New character, who did?
Yeah, no shit, right?
Second, I will do.
10 feet, so not very close to me. So I'll go ahead and move close to the. I'll move up within 10 feet of the crab next to my friendly crab.
Yes.
If I'm close enough. Okay.
You
and then,
are just close enough. Yes.
Excellent. So, and then in so doing, the target needs to make a dexterity saving throw of DC 13. And I, reach my hand out, and lightning crackles along my arm, shooting towards him.
Very cool. It rolled a 7, so it takes full damage.
It takes 1d6 damage.
1d6. Actually, what uh, what elements? Thunder damage, you say?
4.
Well,
Yeah, it's lightning.
lightning damage. Well, being as though you would have noticed, this lightning crack flies out to it. It actually seems to do a lot more damage than you anticipated it to do, as these creatures seem to be weak against lightning damage. So it takes full damage. So 6.
Two delicious results.
It
I lean my head back and laugh. Ha! We're having crab tonight!
and through the cracks in its joints and parts, you can just see steam rising, smoke coming out of its shell, and it's not looking too good.
Or looking
No.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, you can cook it with
Could
the
be.
lightning ahead of time.
Next up,
Pro tip, kids.
It's your-
cook crabs with lightning.
next up, it's your friendly crab. But you did not issue an. Oh, sorry.
I did. I issued a command to have him attack the same one that
You
I
did.
lightninged.
Yes. So, moving a bit slow, but turning a bit slow, it turns towards its friend and makes 2 claw attacks towards him. The first one is unfortunately a miss, and the second
No,
one
go
is a
Crab Bro!
hit.
Crab bro!
Leave it to the barbarian to befriend the crab.
Crab bro!
And the first claw, it's just a swing. It doesn't even get close to him. The next one pierces the top of its shell, and weird, gooey things start to come out from its back, and it looks very severely injured from this.
Dang.
You shall be remembered.
Crab
Shit.
Bros
Terror. Oh, sorry, Jabber.
Oh no, I just say Crab Bros. One weakness is Crab Bros.
Jabber. Terror. It is your turn.
Right.
So in front of you, you have a lightning-ridden barbarian and a new formed companionship with a crab teaming up against a very battered-looking one. And there are 2 other standing behind it, and that weird thing that's still on top of the let's call it pile of wood.
Yeah. So he draws his rapier and his dagger. He dual wields them. Captain on deck, and he charges forward towards the wounded enemy crab.
All right. So you have enough movement speed to get up to it to attack. Go ahead and do you dual wielding? Do you have any special thing for it, or is it just?
I'm a rogue? No, I don't know. I don't remember if I have anything special for it at this level.
So
I think it's
You just
I mean,
attack with
it's a
the
bonus.
sword. Yeah, it's a bonus action. Right. All right. So, but just make one attack with one of the weapons, because this might actually be able to kill it.
Sure. He jams his rapier into the crab, or attempts to. With a 12.
With a 12, that is unfortunately a miss. But just barely. He twitches more than anything from its former wounds and avoids the incoming attack.
Okay, so he sort of his attack goes like misses completely, and with the other hand he sort of jabs in with the dagger.
That is a hit. So, roll down. You don't have to roll damage. It has 2 hit points left.
Okay, yeah, so
And
I'll
I think that's your modifier is more than 2.
Yeah. Jams it in there and sort of gets out a slice of crab.
And this thing just loses all its strength in its legs and crumbles to the floor. You and it. Oh, you no, you used all your actions. So
Yep.
the enemy crab's turn.
Oh, God. My one weakness,
The
seafood.
The first one notices his friend being hit with this lightning bolt, and it takes charge towards you, Shaka, and attempts to make 2 attacks with both its claws. The first is a 13 to hit.
Huh? You're not coming through, at least not to me.
14 armor class. I'm good. He misses.
You're good. All right, so first miss. God, I'm rolling awfully. The second one is
Yay!
at an 11. So both the swings miss.
I dance away, my muscles glistening, lightning shocking all over me, and mist following me like a great cape of awesomeness. Ah, can't hit me! You're gonna taste great in soup later.
It looks distraught that it missed both times, being this close to someone as large a figure as you are. Its friend scuttles up as well, and he does not swing with his claws. Instead, you see some movement in his belly, and out from his mouth comes
You.
a bile belch. Something just spews out and
Yeah.
hits everybody in a 10-foot cube in front of it.
You.
So I need you both to make a DC 12 con save.
Ew. Who's
DC 12
both?
con save coming up.
Which 2 people?
Yeah, Terror and
14.
That was
14,
a test
so-
roll. The 6 was just a test roll. Can I, like, get a redo?
I was testing out my dice. Didn't count.
Yeah, my electronic dice.
So, Terror, you take 7 points of damage, and Shaka, this disgusting smelling vile thing that's just spewed from his mouth, you noticed the movement and just covered your body as much as possible, I assume, and you take half, so that's 3.
3 damage. All right.
Next, you see this thing standing upon this wooden shack rises up. And what you're greeted with is a bigger
No, gross. Oh, God.
humanoid looking creature that just it almost looks like a cross between a human and a giant lobster, essentially. It has a
Nice.
crab, those tail parts, and it flaps that onto the shed. It breaks, but it gives him enough momentum to propel him forward, and he lands roughly 10 feet away from you. But he is not. He is huge in stature. He is a a lot larger than these things, and he's looking quite menacing at the one crackling with lightning. So back to the top of the turn order. Jabber, go ahead.
Yep. Joe pops around the corner, seeing the biggest guy, and was like, "I'm gonna shoot that one. That was a big one." And I will use Slate to mark him with Slayer's Prey. He is mine target. And I will shoot and hopefully hit. Does a 17 hit him?
A 17 does in fact hit him.
Nice. Nice. This is where big damage comes in. 19 damage.
Damn. Fury of the Small.
Oh, no, I'll save that for later.
It, as it had just woken up and noticed the two of them, it did not expect to be hit with such force from an arrow, as it takes it to the chest, reels back, and uses his tail to shoulder himself once again. And
Oh,
he's
God.
looking over to the little one in the corner.
Oh,
And
he
he does
lived
not
through
look
that.
happy. Yes.
Oh, no. Usually, if they can live through one shot, that's bad news.
No shit.
Any movement, bonus action?
No.
All right.
I
Shotgun.
cower.
It is your go.
Excellent. Let's see here. I would like to leap in and make a reckless attack on the sparking and smoldering crab man.
The one that died last turn.
Oh, yeah.
It's already dead. I'm sorry.
we
I'm
can
yes,
sorry.
it's
I
dead.
didn't-
Sorry.
Okay. I want to leap on another crab man, but not the big guy yet.
All right. Go ahead.
While I'm sailing through the air, I send a telekinetic message to my friend to attack the same crab at his leisure. And my domination only lasts for 1 minute, so this is probably the last time he'll do anything I say.
No.
No.
1
A
minute
turn is
10
like
rounds.
6 seconds. About.
Yeah, 1
A
minute.
turn is like
Right,
a round.
but 10, each one of us have a turn, and every single time one of us go, that's 6 seconds, and it gets to 10 quick.
It's a
No,
round.
no.
All
Yeah,
of us
it's a
go
round.
within 6 seconds.
Everything
Yeah.
happens in 6 seconds? Oh, all right.
Yeah,
then.
Yes.
6 seconds
Awesome.
every single
Full turn.
turn. It's crazy to
God
think
damn, all
about.
right, this is extremely fast. Lots of happenings. Lots are happening. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I fly through the air. Yeah, crab, bro! And I land on my crab friend and tell him to run over, and he carries me on his back as I run towards his other crab friend. And then leap off of his back. With I know I'm doing too many things. I'm sorry. I tell him to run after me,
Yeah.
and we both attack the crab guy. And I on my way over there, I'll go ahead and do my lightning attack.
All right. Go ahead. It
All right,
was
and that will
a
be-
7. I need to make a DC 15. He 15.
15.
Yes. So he does save from this. So, but does it do half damage or anything?
What does half damage?
Fail half. Yeah. So he takes 3 damage from the lightning.
Spooky. Then you're gonna hit him with your
Oh,
hammer.
sorry. He takes 1d6 of damage, right? Do I roll that? But then half of that?
Yeah, no, so I just take half the die, as he takes full damage
Gotcha.
from lightning. So just half, so he
Oh,
took
does
3
cool,
damage
cool.
from that.
Gotcha. Great. Okay.
Yes.
And then so I'm coming in and doing my reckless attack.
All right.
Let's see here. So I have advantage on strength checks when I'm in rage mode. I'm attacking with my trident, double-handed. There's a whole lot to keep track of.
So reckless, you have advantage on the attack. So roll 2d20, take
Right.
a higher one.
Yeah, well, just roll 1.
Ouch. All right, so I got a 7.
A 7 is unfortunately a miss.
Well, hold on, but hold on.
Let's
Let me
see.
add my other
Let's-
things in here.
What's
7,
your
and
strength?
then
Isn't reckless with
you-
advantage?
plus.
He did have advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got
Yes, you
advantage,
can-
right? But 7, and then my strength modifier is 4,
So 11 plus 2 for your
so
proficiency.
11.
So 13.
13.
But you have
Proficiencies get added to your weapon stuff.
To your attack. To your
Hit.
rolls to
Your
hit.
attack. Oh, to my 2 hit. Right. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So
But-
in that case, it's a 15.
But you have advantage. You can roll twice.
He rolled
you
he
did.
did already.
Oh, sorry,
Yes.
I did not see it.
So 13 total, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is a hit. These guys do
Nice.
not have a lot of armor unless you attack them from the head.
So you use two-handed trident.
You check
I think that's a D8.
Oh, maybe it's not talking to us.
No, he's not.
Okay, 1d8.
I think
They're
it's
1d8 for the damage.
two-handed
Okay, that's 7, and then because I'm in rage mode, I get +2 to the damage I do, so that's going to do 9.
plus your strength, which
Plus
is a 4.
strength.
Oh, right, 9. So
13.
right, so 4. Yeah, so 13.
Rage doesn't add extra damage for strength, right?
What?
No.
So when you make a
No,
melee
it's
attack
not.
using
Never mind.
strength, you're getting +2 bonus to damage rolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, everything is fine. So he took 13 damage from that, 3 before, and that is enough to bring down this creature as well.
Nice. Oh, you just one-shot a crab.
Activating the rage and all this shit, it's crazy to keep track of it all, especially having not leveled to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool though, it's really cool.
And so it is your. So do you use a bonus action? You probably have like 15 feet of movement left.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. So we have
No, wait.
is what's on the screen what's still alive?
One more is dead. Yeah. Now.
Yes. So
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to hold on, let me see here.
I think your lightning was your bonus action.
I don't believe lightning takes a bonus action. Yeah, 'cause it's-
Nope.
Let's see here.
It doesn't.
Yep.
It's an aura effect. So
I'm
it
trying to
just
figure out
happens.
if my dominate beast thing has to be an action or if it can be a bonus action. I think it probably has to be an action.
It's a channel one, so you will only be able to keep up one of them at the time.
Oh, I can do one at a time, right? I'll
Concentration.
just
I
keep
believe.
doing right. But so I want to telepathically tell my guy to attack the other crab because I killed this first one, and I can do that, as whenever because the telepathic thing is instant.
Yeah. All right. So it is your crab's turn.
Crab
Now-
on crab violence.
Crab
That one
friend.
on the first, but in 18 on the second. So he hits with the second attack.
Oh, the humanity. Or the crab manatee.
So he takes 9 damage from the swing, and it just
Nice.
propels it. The claw just propels itself into the gut of his former friend. And Terror, it is you now.
Right. So the others, they ran after another crab, correct? Friendly crab, bro crab, and Oberon. They went for
Bro
another
crab is attacking the final alive crab, other than the boss guy. He's not attacking the boss.
Right. So, how far away are they?
Apart from each other?
No, from the enemy crab, and from me.
You are roughly 10 feet away from Shaka. The enemy crab is a bit further ahead of him, and just behind the other one. So he is. The enemy crab is.
Okay, yeah, but it's within range,
It is within
essentially.
range.
Yeah,
All of them.
and
It's not a big
is
room.
no, and I'm assuming also that bro crab is a medium-sized creature.
He is indeed.
So, Tyr is gonna run at the bro crab, and since I am a halfling, I can hide around creatures that are one size above me. So he's gonna run under the crab, and I'm gonna use and I am going to use my bonus action to hide, and I am going to attack the crab on the other side because I can also move through other creatures. Right, yeah. So then I'm going to move under and hide and attack the other creature with my rapier.
Yes, go ahead.
And since I am hidden, I should have advantage on my rapier.
Well, yeah.
Let's see if it helps. With the 21.
It does indeed hit.
Yay! Right. And then let's see here. It's a 1d8 plus 5. So a 12.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
that finishes it.
Oh, I didn't get to roll my sneak attack damage. Oh well. Yeah. So essentially, he runs at Bro Crab, slides under it, and then sort of pops up with the rapier and just sort of cuts off the eye stalks and then into the mouth. And
Gross.
Nice.
he
gross.
shall be missed.
All right. So, any more movement?
I guess that was the last enemy crab. So then he'll use his last bit of movement to sort of inch towards the boss man.
All right. Whose turn it is now? He walks up to you, Terror, and attempts to bite you.
No fair.
Does an 8 hit you?
Ooh, barely.
All right. Then it's going to make 2 additional attacks with his claw.
Oh no!
Ugh.
Does a 16 hit you, Terror?
Let's see here. It does, because I did not apply any armor because I'm an idiot. So yeah, 16 hits me.
All right. And does a 21 hit you then? Yeah, all right. So both hits.
No. Right, both hits. What do you got?
You're gonna die.
You take 15 points of slashing damage, Terror.
Total? Is that am I done?
Total. That's from no, that's from both attacks.
Oh, thank you.
So he attempts to bite you, but being a lot shorter than he is, he just goes to slash you with his unfairly sharp claws.
Yeah. Oh shit, I remember. Because I'm an idiot and I forgot that we have temporary hit points.
Oh, yeah, from our great food.
Then go back and add. How many was it?
5.
Way go.
Yeah, 5 temporary.
Yep.
Yeah. All
And
right.
so Tyrion gets slashed and he goes, "Oh, healing!"
And it is back to the top of the turn order. Jabber, it is your go. You shoot it. All right.
I missed.
What did you roll?
8.
8. Yeah, unfortunately, that is a miss.
My turn's done.
All right, Shaka, your turn.
All right, and we have 1 crab and 1 mega crab left, and then my buddy.
No, your
Or
buddy.
is it
and the
just?
mega
Oh, there we
crab.
go. Okay,
I'm
cool.
just low with
My buddy and the mega crab. All right, so I'll tell my buddy to go fight him, and then I will similarly leap in with a. Let's go ahead and do not a reckless attack, just a normal attack. And yeah. And let's see here. On my way over there, I will go ahead and do my lightning.
All right, so he will roll a. He will fail, so he will take full damage, but because he is also vulnerable to lightning, so 6 points of damage from. No, he is. He takes extra damage from full damage from lightning. This
Right?
creature
Yeah,
as
I
well.
keep forgetting. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. All right, go ahead and roll your weapon attack.
Okay. 1 second.
Oh,
12. It
Plus
takes the
6.
lightning and
Oof, yeah, 12 definitely. Hold on a
Yes.
second.
Oh.
So I've got 12. I need to add my other shit here.
Plus
yes.
6. 18.
So
Yeah.
yeah, 12. So 8.
yes, and 18 hits, definitely.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage.
1d8 plus 6.
1d8 plus 6 plus 2. So
No,
that's
I already added the 2 in that.
oh right, yeah, 6. Okay, right. Well, no, but there's also a plus 2 because I'm in rage mode on any
Yeah,
on
so it's
to
plus
hit
4 strength, plus 2 rage.
So
and not proficiency.
Not
That's
to
not damage, right?
No,
right, my bad. Okay,
that's
so
to
just
hit
to hit.
only.
Okay, good, right, yeah.
Yep.
Good. Okay, so so he takes 14 damage.
14 damage. All right.
Yeah. Crab bro, attack!
And with that cut, you actually penetrate a lot deeper, and now what could only be described as bile and blood
Ugh.
comes seeping out of its side.
Ew! No, my trident's
crab
so
bro.
gross.
Your crabbo runs up and goes in for both of his swings as well.
When this is all done, I want a big port of the meat, even if that might be a bit shellfish. Such a long walk for the stupid pun. I'm so happy.
He makes both of his attacks and one hits. So
Oh snap! Yep. You gotta love the double snapping attacks on those enemies. So nasty.
it is. So he takes 6 additional damage, and this actually lobs off one of his antennas, or what they could be described as.
You know, one of the dingly bobbles.
All right, turn order. Terror, it is you now.
Right. He stumbles. Well, it's what it has to be. And he attacks the creature. Do we have advantage because we are flanking him?
No,
Right. No. Then I am going to bonus
But-
action high.
wait, sneak attack. If you have an additional friend next to you, you can actually add sneak attack when you attack the same creature, right?
Oh, well
Yeah.
then.
So you don't have to be. So if you attack him now, since Shark is next to him, you will get your sneak attack.
Right. Then I'll do that. I'll attack. Right.
A 14 just misses.
Right. Right.
So,
So
would you
then-
like to attack bonus action?
Yes. Let's hope that works.
A 17 does indeed hit.
Yay!
So go ahead and roll damage and your sneak attack.
Don't get why it's not automatically rolling damage. 1d4 plus 5.
You just have to click the dagger thing at the bottom if you want it to roll damage.
Oh, maybe I have.
Ah, it's fine. 7.
7, and then let us add the sneak attack. There we are, and it is based on my level.
You're level 4, so you have 2d6 dice.
Yes.
Thank you, Jabber, because I did not have that ready.
I'm an encyclopedia of D&D knowledge.
All the
Describe
knowledges.
alcohol. Right, so that'll be 14 halfling damage.
Ow.
14 total.
Yeah. Because
So
it's
it takes an additional.
yeah. Oh no, yeah, because it's 7 plus 7. And I did fail math, but I don't think I failed it that badly.
The strike lands very true on this guy now, and it is writhing in pain. But the dagger did not seem to. No, never mind. No, sorry, I read wrong. All right, it is his go. Taking as much damage as he has, he now begins to shake a lot, and you can see that something underneath his claws are pulsing, and he seems to grow a few inches taller as he
Oh,
attacks
good.
recklessly towards two attacks towards you, Shaka, and one against Terror.
Damn.
So bite coming
Recklessly
for you,
towards
Shaka.
me, huh?
Yes. So two
So if he's
attacks.
attacking recklessly, does that mean that he gets disadvantage on defensive next time? Just is
Yes,
that how
indeed.
that reckless always works? Okay, just trying to
Yes,
understand the
that is
rules.
indeed.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Always asks. Better to ask than to not to.
Yeah.
First
just-
attack.
Just definitely learning.
Does a 15 hit you?
Oh, it does! Ow!
It does.
All right. So he goes for your shoulder and bites deep into it, and you take. You take 16 points of piercing damage.
Dang.
Next up, it's claws coming for you.
I have resistance to piercing damage in rage mode, so how does that work?
You take half of that.
Half. So you take
Half of
8
that, all right.
damage.
8 damage coming up.
Oh, the barbarian defenses.
And for its next attack, it rolls a 21.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Listen,
This is not good. 20
'cause
again,
I
so half
can't
of that.
hit doesn't mean he can.
Well, shit.
Now you take 7 points of slashing damage from its claw.
So you only take half of that, so 3.
I still take. Yeah,
Do-
okay. So
do you have-
is it
do you have
rounded up or rounded
resistance to
down?
slashing?
I have slashing. Yeah,
Slash,
so
yeah.
it's a bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing is resistance in rage
All right.
mode.
So basically
Yes.
non-magical.
All right, round
Oh,
it
it's
down.
rounded down,
So
okay.
you take 3 points of
3
damage.
damage.
Yes.
Nice.
Terror. The final claw comes for your face.
You're small, tiny.
The
half
first one
face.
is a 16, and the other one is a nat 1. Does a 16 hit you?
Of course it does.
And you, my friend, take 11 points of slashing damage. Straight
Ow.
for your face.
I am the passed out.
Wow, that was fast.
First down.
Shut up, Deborah.
So you see this claw coming in very fast towards your comrade's face, and it knocks him out cold, and blood seems to be seeping down his cheeks. And it's back to the turn order. Jabber, it's your go.
I shoot it.
With advantage.
Nice. I might actually hit this time. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 just hits.
Oh, I was worried I was gonna miss again.
That is its AC.
Oh, thank all the gods. I do 6 plus 2, so 8 plus 15. So 23.
So 23. All right.
Damn.
How would you like to kill it?
That's why I keep missing, is because I do such good damage. I would love to kill it.
Yes.
So, Joe runs up, does like a power slide up behind our barbarian friend, aims the arrow so it goes up over his shoulder, catching some of his electricity to do bonus damage as it passes through, and then just goes right into his like globbly crab mouth.
And that puts it out. It stomps to the floor and you have only one crab left, which is under your control.
Kill it.
He's my crab bro. He's my crab bro.
You have
But
to put it
first,
down.
Terror, would you like to make a death saving throw for me?
Oh God, none of us can heal.
I mean, you can make like a check, right?
Didn't
That is
prepare-
one fail, Terror.
We didn't
Ow.
prepare a healer.
Does anybody have a healing kit?
No, why would I buy that?
I don't think I have one. No.
Can,
Joe,
Medicine-
quick, back to the boat. Get the rum. It will resuscitate him.
I will make it in 12 seconds.
Shaka, it is your go. What do you wish to do with your crab friend here?
So just kind of winging it here. If I use animal handling, can I tell him to leave? Or I mean, I could tell him to leave, but now that the battle's over, I'm only going to have control of him for like a couple seconds here. As long as they're not fighting actively, right? So, he's not going to
It's
even
still
get
in
out of
the
the
turn order.
cave. Oh yeah, because he can move 30 feet. Yeah, fair enough. Let me see here. I guess what I'm saying is there a way for me to to animal handle him into passivity? You know what I'm trying to say? Passivity, or is we just
well-
got to kill him, pretty much?
Well, technically, I believe you could still tell him to leave, but then he would just do that until the handling ends.
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right. In that case, I will go ahead and leap at him, making a reckless attack along the way. Let's see here. Telling him to go prone.
Hunker down. All right. Go ahead, make your
I
attack.
guess that doesn't really matter, but
And he failed your
along
lightning.
the way,
slam.
along the way, I'll go ahead and do the lightning while I'm flying through the air because that sounds amazing. So I
So-
leap into the air and lightning crackles down and zaps at him straight from the center of my chest as I'm raising my Triton up to smash him, crab smash style.
All right. Go ahead.
So he needs to do the lightning DC.
No,
First,
he failed.
yes?
He failed. He failed. He rolled 6 total.
Oh, dear. Ouch.
So he takes 6 damage. And you see steam coming out from his joints as well. And it smells like cooked crab.
All right, so I rolled a 19. So
That's a hit. Roll damage.
yeah, oh yeah. Oh my god! For fuck's sake.
One plus
I do 7 damage.
7 plus 6. That is
One
enough
plus
to bring him down. These guys have
One.
It was
One. That's
one
why I
plus
did. I rolled a
six.
1, so then I got +6. But then I do have rage up, so I get +2 on top of that. So
Yeah,
so
that's-
9. He just takes 9.
Yeah, plus your strength mod.
Right. So my proficiency, or no, so yeah, so my
Strength mod. So it's
Oh, my bad.
die damage plus strength mod plus rage.
Gotcha. So then that's
bonus.
going to be 5, 6, 7. So 7.
So 7 plus 6. That's 12, and that's enough to bring him down. These guys did not have a lot of health.
I tap his crackling burnt crab carapace and say, "Thank you for your service, crab bro. Thank you."
I will now eat you.
So we are now out of initiative, and I would like to ask you guys, how are we on time?
Do we need to? It's 11.
Yeah, but can you
So-
guys keep going for like
It's-
30 minutes more, or do you guys want to cut it here, as usually?
I'm
we
good to go for
are-
hours. I'm still going to be streaming after this, so whatever you guys want, I'm good with.
Well,
Well, I mean, I can go till I die.
Yeah. How about
Aw.
let's bring up. Let's try to medicine our captain alive and do a wrap up and then
Yeah,
close
alright,
this
so-
down.
yeah.
So
all right then.
I would like to medicine check
Go ahead.
Our
Roll medicine.
dear captain.
Shaka, will you?
Assist or help?
Yes.
Yes, I will assist.
Oh,
Let's see what my medical is.
I rolled a 15.
Oh no. When you're helping, you're granting a friend of yours advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
it's
need a
like-
certain. I don't need a decent level of competence with something to be able to assist.
No, not really.
No, it
Like-
could be like holding him in certain positions just so he can,
I
know,
got
do
you.
his
I got
thing.
you. It's like,
Yeah,
hey,
I got a
hand me the wrench.
16.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Essentially, exactly.
Scalpel, sponge, magic wand. Yeah.
Jabber, go ahead and roll with advantage.
I did 16.
16. Terror, go ahead and roll me a flat d20.
Dun dun dun. The suspense. Oh shit.
18.
It does
Nice.
not seem
Yeah.
to be helping. You try and patch him back up, and Terror, I would like to make you make another saving throw, death save. All right. So the things that they attempted to do to you, it did not cause any more harm, but you are still looking very bad. Would you like to give it another shot?
I mean, yeah. We'll just keep it on. Are you gonna assist me again? Oh, chef, do you have any?
Absolutely.
food? Let's do it. Let's try to. 14.
14. Terror, flat d20.
Does it have to roll lower than what I got?
And yes, he had to roll lower than you did. And he rolled a 5. So, with whatever patches and anything and CPR, whatever you might come to think of, it actually works, and he pops back into consciousness
Oh, thank
with
God.
1 health point left.
Oh, thank God. Oh, all right.
Mute Panda. Oh, maybe it's not us.
I don't want to. That was a lot.
That
That was a lot of crabs.
was a lot of crabs, and I know what
A
that's
lot of
like,
crab
but,
meat. Ha, 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 ha. This is turning out to be a good trip already.
All right.
This
How
place
about we
stinks
take?
like
How
crab
about we
and
take
vomit.
this stuff to the boat? And I need to take a nap. It's late.
Yeah, I need to take a nap too. It is not a good day.
And by I mean, let's all take it to the boat. I'm gonna go and have Oberon take it to the boat because I can't carry
Yeah.
any of this.
I want to gather up. I want to gather up as much as yeah. I'll take. I guess let's see here because we need to. What I want. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and look for like a little tide pool somewhere that won't get washed away. I'm going to try and take the crabs out and put them in there so they can stay cool.
Oh.
Smart. Yeah. You go
That way we
outside,
can
and
deal with them tomorrow.
there are outcroppings in the water, and you think you could maybe fit parts of at least 3 of them into some of the pools.
Awesome, and I'll
Which-
take as many legs as I can get and bring them back to the ship with me.
All right. Jabber, anything, last things you want to do before leaving this cave? There's a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, I'm gonna check for loot.
And Terror, anything you wish to do?
I'll check for loot, but there's also like a broken ship, and I want to scavenge it for like planks, anything it can do to patch up our ship, any bananas,
Nice,
any
good call.
cannonballs.
Yeah. And that will be left for next time.
You.
Fantastic. So, here at Saviours RPG, we would like to thank Shaka Panda for joining us on Emeros's side story adventure.
Yeah, that was fun.
You can find all of our information in the chat as in various mods. We're posting all the widgets and stuff. And on Saviours RPG side, we'd like to thank Dan, Lord of Chance, and Victor Viking for hosting our channel. I do not know what Shaka has on his host list, but I saw a lot.
Yeah, thank you to everybody that hosted. Thank you everybody that came and hung out with us today. After this, I'll be taking a short break to walk around the block, and then we'll get to some gaming after this.
And on the Saviours RPG side, coming out tomorrow, we will be having a new episode of our Call of Cthulhu podcast coming out on our what's that website called?
Awesome.
Podbean? Is it Podbean? Podbean, I think.
Indeed it is.
Yeah,
Among other places, I believe.
Yeah. We'll have it posted on our Twitter, which you can find in the chat, and those will be coming out bi-weekly. So hopefully you like more tabletop stuff.
Yeah.
And other than that, I believe that is everything. Unless anyone has any other final words, we will.
Well,
RPG will be closing out, and Shaka will be back later.
That's
I
right.
would just like to
Hell yeah.
personally thank you, Shaka, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. I hope to see you.
Yeah, this was a bunch of
next
fun.
week. And let's hope things go a bit more smooth for you guys. Now that there are loot on the table, who knows? You might find something interesting.
I had a lot of fun. Yes, good time.
That's all that counts.
I almost
All right,
died.
guys. Take care. See you next time.
Have a good day, everybody.